If you could you? Because I seen you on TEDx.
Yeah.
Like TEDx came into Sing Sing Correctional Facility.
Yeah, I saw that.
Um, yeah, and they left. I got transferred to a lower classification prison when we were about to,
Do the
when
thing.
I was about to do a TEDx. So I was distraught to say the least when I left and I didn't get a chance to. Can you share your experience with that? How was that for you?
Well,
Like
I mean, going back again
that
to the
play for
power,
you personally?
yeah, the power of manifestation, the power of visualizing something and then preparing. Well, remember I mentioned to you preparation, and consistency. I remember watching a TED talk inside of prison, and I put in my mind, I said, yo, the day I get out of prison one day,
That's right.
I'm going to do a TED talk, right? I'm going to do a TED talk. And it took some years.
Manifested that.
I manifested
That's
that.
right.
Right, I manifested, and one day I was doing a workshop in this place called Ridgeland, South Carolina, and this lady invited me to come do a presentation, a workshop on my book called The Five Stages of Incarceration. The lady told me, say it was going to be like 100 people there. Got there was more than about 10 people in the room. My wife always telling me to pour into 10 people like I'm pouring into 1,000 people. I poured into these people. When I got through, this lady said, hey, have you ever thought about doing a TED Talk, Lester? I said, yes, I have. And I just said, I don't know who I need to connect with to get this started. She said, well, I know the organizer who's doing the TED Talk. She said, will you be willing to do the TED Talk like right now? Could you give me a presentation, a 7 to 8 minute presentation, so that we can go ahead and submit this right now? I was like, yeah, going back into preparation. In prison, I
Right.
learned how to speak, public speaking in prison. And that's how it happened, man. The opportunity came for me to stand on that stage to share my story. And I spoke about the power of redemption and why it is so important to address the collateral consequences tied to a person's felony conviction after incarceration, man. You know what I'm saying? So
That's like that 1 minute elevator talk preparation for me when I hear that.
yeah, in prison, that's what we do. If you've been an educator and reading books, you learn how to prepare. And that's what I manifested, brother. By the grace of God, this woman saw something in me in this presentation. I was not disappointed because they told me the event planner told me it's going to be at least 100 people there. 10 people showed up. I poured into them like there was 100 people. And that opportunity
Nice.
came for me to do this TED Talk.
Nice. Nice. And
So,
so for you, like personally, like spiritually, or how was that for you? Just that feeling, man.
beautiful. I could and say this right here, bro. I did the TED Talk in the same town I committed my murder. Right, the same place where I was found guilty in. God brought me back to the same spot, the same
Wow.
environment, the same community to now stand on a large stage like a TEDx stage, and to now share my story of redemption, like
Wow.
telling them like within two miles from here I committed murder, and now I'm standing on this stage speaking about it in a positive way, the redemption aspect of it. To me, that was like, man, it was full circle for me, and just showed me the power of faith, the power of belief and resilience, and the power of manifestation. Whatever you want, man, if you just stay true, pure in your heart, man, it will be manifested because it was meant for you. God is a God that continue to bless you when you live in the right way and you have pure intentions, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to thank you too, man, just
All
for
right, man.
today, man, and just for the word, because that was the word for me. Just you just I guess plant that seed too, man, and our followers, because like I said, my whole mission is
Mm.
to reduce this recidivism rate that they project that's so high, and that once you're in prison, you're going back. And so this is what society sees. They think that we all, because we were in prison, we our last bad choice
Mhm.
that we made, when
Yeah.
we far from that.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of men and women that's across this country that disproves that all the
Yeah.
way, and we here to highlight that and
Yeah.
highlight those, and this is what this platform is for. If
Thanks,
you
man.
if you if you would like to, unplug your website, where the
Yeah.
people could get in touch with you at, and there, that like here We
I
want you
appreciate
to.
that, man. I would just say again, I appreciate you creating a platform. Thanks, brother, for highlighting that. That's my recent book, the Path of Redemption Anthology. That's my fourth book. And this is
Yeah,
the collaborate anthology. It's a collaboration of people who had been incarcerated, like you and I, are now inside of the Department of Juvenile Justice that is now giving back to the youth. We go in there from Monday through Sunday from 9 to 8 o'clock at night. We're in
right.
there helping the young people make better choices, showing them that there is a possibility, helping them with the paradigm shift, helping them understand that there's power in redemption. You know what I'm saying? So that's my recent book right there. You can find it at pathofredemption.org. Support it. It's a collaboration of people, man, showing you that we are not the worst mistake in which we made, that we can turn our lives around. And I close with this, brother. One of the most beautiful things that I've come to understand is how the creator, Allah, God, whatever your faith is, how the creator gives us this amount of time on this earth to make a mistake, but then some of us have been given a certain amount of a little more time to turn that mistake into something positive. Man, there's nothing more beautiful than see someone who get their life together. That is nothing more beautiful to see. Like you had you just a third, what's this, a 3%, just a little third degree shift in your thinking change your entire life. Now
Absolutely.
that's what you and I are doing. We're now creating a legacy for those who are formerly incarcerated, giving you no excuse. And then we're creating a legacy in a community now that is going to inspire other people to see that, yo, I don't want to go down that path. I don't want to do this. So that's the power, man, of redemption and second chance, man.
No question.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate you inviting me on your platform, brother.
No question. And
Um,
that's my partner's theme. No excuses. Yeah. So we definitely got to have you on with my partner.
definitely let's link
In
back
the
up.
coming weeks or months. But
That's fine,
definitely sooner than later if appreciate it. And when we do schedule to come to South Carolina, we definitely want to stay in touch.
bro.
Let you know
Pull
we
up.
coming down because we pulling up. We gonna make sure we cover success after lockdown in every state in
Actually, I
this
thought about
country.
getting this inside of I'm always looking at that as like it's great that we're having these conversations, but also just thinking about how do we get this broadcast into the correctional
Into the
environment.
correction. That's right, because we
Like,
have tablets here in New York
yeah,
State
yeah.
too.
Like thinking about, I would just say, bro, like I would just encourage you to like find ways because you and I can talk about it, but if
That's right.
the brothers and sisters behind the wall don't get a chance to hear our words, it almost falls on deaf ear, right?
That's
It'll inspire your listeners. It will inspire a few of them to make some actionable steps. But you and I know the power of you and me walking back into a
into
prison,
that. That's right.
bruh.
That's right. And you know what I also know too? What else I also know that you're right. That's
Bro.
also notice that society, and
Mhm.
this is how I know we got it, because whenever I speak, and I speak to a lot of people
Mhm.
that's business, that's entrepreneurs, that's
Yeah,
CEOs, and when they hear our story
yeah.
and they see what we're doing, they are in awe.
Mhm. That's
They just
powerful,
can't
bro.
believe, like, wow, like y'all, you really got your masters in prison, like,
Yeah.
and you really came home and you doing this. So I know that we on the right path.
Yeah, you're on
But
the right path, and that's why I say we got to get into those prisons, bro. Like
that's
find a
right.
way,
That's a fact. I'm
find a
already
way.
trying to get on it. I'm
All right, my
already, and I
brother.
appreciate that too.
That's
You know
what's
what
up.
I mean? Definitely. So any last words, Martin,
I
before
would
we
just
close this out, man?
I would just say again, brother, thank you for this opportunity. And for those who get a chance to listen to the replay or listening to it now, and you have never been in prison, don't think that this message doesn't relate to you because we've come to find and understand that there's more than just a physical prison, there's an emotional and mental prison. So what we have went through, we survived the physical prison, but unfortunately, some people in our society still is an emotional and mental prison. So you can take some of the advice from what we're sharing to create a paradigm shift in your life to allow you to be able to break free from your prison so that you can continue to live your fullest life. It's like you and like to be a person who served 22 years in prison and to walk out of prison and living his best life, not because of money, but because I changed my mindset and I found a deeper level of peace. That money, all of the money I made in the streets doing wrong, none of that can be able to give me the joy that I find by just giving back and paying it forward to the young people or those members of our society. So I would just tell you, work on your mind, work on your spirit, and continue to bring about a true redemption by that means.
And that's success in your own right.
That's
Success after lockdown. That's right. Appreciate you. And stay in touch, brother. I appreciate this. So my partner, he definitely gonna be mad because he couldn't make it today. But we
no worries. Keep me posted, man. Keep me posted.
No question. Then you'll receive a full, recording of this.
Okay.
To do you want to do with it, and we appreciate you.
All right, my brother. Have a great night.
You as well.